Mc Shea here for a special now playing. We're checking out Max, the Curse of Brotherhood, with 2 developers from Press Play.
I'm Mikkel Thorsted.
Yes.
I'm the game director on Max, the Curse of Brotherhood.
And my name is Mikkel Martin Petersen, and I am the lead game designer.
So you guys are you design the levels, you design the puzzles, you are overseeing everything.
Yeah, basically.
And this is for people who don't know, just a really rough setting the table here. This is a puzzle platformer that's coming out for Xbox One in relatively shortly.
A matter of weeks.
Matter of weeks.
Yeah, matter of weeks.
And you play as Max, and he has a marker that is magical. But I really just want to jump in and want to see this game because I've not seen this game in person yet. So I just want to see it. But I'm not playing it because I know I would mess up too much.
I don't think so. Let's see.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no.
Brother, oh brother of mine, I wish you'd be erased from all of time. I wish your traces could be gone from all places. That evil itself could take you away and leave me alone on this very day.
Be careful what you wish for.
What really happens if you do a Google search for that?
Anti-sorcery.
we actually found a video on YouTube with a brother making his brother disappear.
Oh my god.
It's kind of funny.
It's under a closet or something like that, but it looks cool.
Nice. So, I mean, this is a sequel to, it was Max and the Magic Paintbrush, right?
This is, I would say, it's a spiritual successor of Max and the Magic Marker.
Which
is a very different game in many ways. But what we see here again is Max is there. There's a mechanic where you have a magic marker in the game that can manipulate the game environment or the game universe, and it allows for very creative gameplay.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's 2 totally different games.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if you continued if you considered it a sequel or if it's just like inspired by almost.
It's a reboot, you can say,
or a reboot of a
reimagining of the game. Yeah.
But yeah.
So this I just have the comment this game looks gorgeous.
Thanks a lot.
I love the artistic design. So I mean, this was originally announced for the 360. And then it's ported over. So, like, how much changed in the visuals as far as like the transition?
The visuals are definitely better, a lot better, a lot smoother, and have been run through like a extra iteration of polish. But
of course,
then
we
again,
run like 1080p and 60 frames. I mean, that's like the obvious benefits that we're getting from the Xbox One.
So it's full HD, but the levels and the environment as such is the same on 360 as on Xbox One.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the art design that like really just like, I mean, it just jumps out for me. Like it has an identity because I don't know if anything looks like this, and I like that. And it's like a world you want to, at least I want to be in.
It's been very important for us that it has this cinematic feeling and the world feels real.
Yeah.
So putting a lot of effort into making it feel like and look like everything is actually something that there is important, and of course making it an interesting fantasy world. So basically Mikkel is playing the first level, or we're showing the first level here, and right now we're just teaching the player the basic platforming mechanics while also doing interesting gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, because in that first section you saw, it didn't introduce any of the the novel stuff. It just teaches you how to jump and swing from vines and stuff.
And without tutorials, just letting the player loose on the controls, and that works totally fine, and it works very well in touch with our cinematic approach. Where
now you have to learn how to do things without any hesitation.
Exactly.
And jump at the right times from the rope and so on, and also showing off that we can do a lot to the pacing of the gameplay. Oh, don't get eaten.
Oh my god.
So making it real is also making Max die sometimes, and also in pretty cruel ways.
So how important was it for you to, because a lot of games have a lot of tutorials, it's kind of just like a thing nowadays, and like this,
for me,
this doesn't even have any button prompts.
For me, it's been very important not to have any tutorials at all. Like, you need to learn the game by playing the game, and I think that's something we all been very focused on doing.
Basically, I mean, if you can navigate into the game, you will probably also know how to control Max and do simple jumping. That's basically the only thing you need in this level you're playing right now.
And I guess by the time you get to this part, you would already have figured out jumping and swinging.
Exactly.
So
definitely, and we have we're trying to achieve a couple of things at the same time, which is one of them is making the game as accessible as possible. Like, anybody should be able to pick up the controller and play the game. But on the other hand, also allowing it to be complex, so we need to constantly, through gameplay, teach the player things.
And you just always teach it like just through level design, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I really appreciate that approach.
Yeah.
And it's something that's kind of disappeared of late. Is developers almost seem scared of excluding players.
I think we've been looking back at a lot of games from the 90s and games like Heart of Darkness and that kind of games, where saying, okay, we want to do something that you sort of have the old passion for, as you have in those retro kind of games, and we're trying to get some of the same tone from those kind of games into Max, but also being very focused on doing new game mechanics that you haven't seen before, and also like the whole cinematic feeling, using the camera in a 2D game as we're doing.
This looks really good. that also, I mean, it's one of those things where if you get frustrated in a game, you sometimes need to like be distracted by something else. So even if someone couldn't figure out how to jump right away, it's just like, this just looks so good.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
So bring,
tell
your artist when you get back that this is, they've done a great job.
He can't handle it. Oh, he really did a great job.
Did you only have one artist?
We have a couple.
Okay.
And we've had a couple that's been on the game all along, and then we're also using then there's other guys from other teams joining for a while, and
okay.
There's a lot of people who've got their hands dirty with the game.
Actually, we could only think of, before we were talking about how many people at Press Play actually worked at the game, and we could only come up with 3 people not working on the game.
Oh.
The whole company.
Out of our 22 or 20. So here, there's a lot of magical stuff happening, and it's sort of hinting on what's going to happen with the unique powers you're gonna get.
Up you go, Max. I'll tell you how to save the brother.
Huh?
Let me describe. For centuries, I have sheltered this world against Lord Mustachio. Lately, Mustachio has gained the upper hand. I know. But so is he. To rule the world once and for all, he needs new energy, a fresh spirit, a new corpus. Your brother. Mustachio keeps Felix there. Succeed where I failed. Go to the castle. Stop Mustachio before he absorbs Felix. But beware Mustachio's eyes. Now, Max, hand me your weapon. I will grant it my soul.
I don't have any weapons. All I have is this old magic marker.
Ooh, that will do pleasantly.
Oh no.
So from now on, we basically have the old lady as Max's companion. She's now living inside the marker.
Oh my god.
And
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yeah. Yeah. So we do a lot of these in-game cinematics,
Okay.
but quite short ones, and always to motivate or drive the story and
Okay.
make sure that we bring on interesting things here.
Your weapon contains my soul. Only you can wield it, Max. Go on, pick it up.
Yes!
On you go, Max. Felix is waiting.
So it's a total incident that Max's marker has become magical. It should have been a weapon,
Can clear the path.
as you just saw. Now, so now we're starting. This is actually this is where we need to show the player a little bit more than just letting them find out things themselves. So there will be some on-screen things here to teach you to
Yeah.
to draw, but it's very simple.
It's very simple. Basically, I press the right trigger, and I bring out the marker, and then I can control it with the same stick that I can control Max when I don't have the trigger, or when I don't have the marker out. And then I just move to this ink pool here, and I can press A, and then I can just draw like this.
That was like, was it a brown ink pool?
There's a brown ink pool.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh no! Did you
Oh.
lose your batteries?
Hopefully not.
Don't know.
Hopefully not.
Where is it? There we go.
Hopefully not.
Ah, okay, we're back.
Awesome.
All right, and then I can erase. Like
Okay.
that.
So it's about creation. Can you draw anything else out of that if you tried that right now?
No,
Osmosis.
I can only draw earth pillars.
Okay.
And throughout the game, the marker will learn to get other powers. But in the beginning of the game, we only have like the earth power.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the first and most basic power.
Can you could you stand on top of that and have it raise up?
You see here. Again, this is like a
I guess
situation
you're
where
gonna do
we're
that right
teaching
there.
the player you cannot really get up where you want to go.
So then you do
This
this.
is, and then
Nice.
I can actually use it as an elevator.
And you might not realize that you can actually do a lot of interesting things with
From there,
the earth pillar, even though it seems so very simple. So you can lift things, you can lift Max,
Oh
but you can also block the way for like creatures hunting you or that kind of thing. But the earth pillar will also work together with other powers. That's
I have no idea why it's not working.
No.
Because the light is totally on.
let's try and see if it's something.
I don't know.
Behold the
does it say?
powers of live streaming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you mentioned creatures. Is there a combat, or do you evade the creatures?
I don't know.
those
Basically, Max is gonna encounter a lot of dangerous creatures, monsters throughout the game, and the powers of the marker is not lethal in themselves,
Okay.
and it is a matter of you figuring out a way to sneak by or move the monster away.
Okay.
So be clever.
Just play it, and I can see that you're
Yeah.
stopping playing.
This is an evil eye, and the evil eye works like super secrets or secrets in the game.
It's collectible. So it's the
Collectibles,
basic
it's basic
collectible.
collectible, yeah. And
Ah, yeah.
basically,
So they are Mustacho, the evil turret in the game. It's his control panel. Like he has this control room where he has each evil eye is a screen in there, and when you pick one up or you throw it out of the ground, you'll lose like some of his
You're gonna get the evil eye up there.
Yeah, I think Mikkel
That's
actually is
okay.
going to get
I
the
am,
evil
but
eye
the problem is I can't really
You can't
get
get
up
over
there.
that now. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
couldn't do it either the other way.
No.
So you need to go this way, which Mikkel is doing now.
Okay. I'm such a completionist when I play games. I'm like, wasn't that an evil eye?
So when you draw from a ink pool, you can draw one drawing at a time. You cannot extend it when you have done drawing something. So in this case, you will draw first for Max to get up where he is now,
Okay.
and then you will, in this case, need to erase it and then extend it up, which is one of the basic things you need. That's what you actually learn from that place in the game right there.
Because
It's one of the basic premises for using the marker on, in the game. Once you draw a thing, that's what you'll end up with. You'll need to erase it and draw something new if needed.
That's kind of gross. So your team press play, it's like 20 people. So
But yeah,
so I mean, so what are the advantages of having this small team? Because it seems like, I mean, just from the I don't make games. An outside perspective, I mean, you see seems like Minecraft and Terraria and No Man's Sky and like these games is like really small teams.
I think for us it's the feeling that everybody contributes a whole lot and that everybody is very passionate about what they're doing, and like I think I know for sure that everybody on our team has their heart in the production and really can see what they've been adding to the game when we do a game, and I think that's just a great motivation.
Okay.
Also the kind of games that we're making, like Max, we're not really trying to compete with Call of Duty or that kind of games. We want to do something that's quite different, and for that aspect, it's just a pretty good team size.
See, I have like the exact opposite perspective, because like I do consider this like a direct competitor to Call of Duty or BioShock or Grand Theft Auto or anything, because it's competing for my time. And for me, this game invariably wins out. It doesn't always, because I mean I do enjoy certain things like Tomb Raider and stuff, but like I generally do play games like this. So I mean, do you ever think about like you actually are competing directly with Dota 2?
But
as weird as that sounds.
But when I say competing, I more think we're not going in the same genres.
Oh yeah.
We're sort of competing by doing what indie games normally do, which is twist the gameplay, the game mechanics, and that's one of the things that we are really passionate about. But we also want to use all the things that works well when in general games. So So we do a lot of things that we've seen before in platformers and adventure games and so on. But we want to bring something new to the whole recipe.
Well, this definitely seems new. Though you mentioned right now indie developers. You're not actually an indie developer, which I didn't realize until today.
We
It was a surprise.
I think in many ways we see ourselves as indie developers. We are a small team. We still have our own creative control of what we do.
But for people who don't know, Microsoft, I don't know, is purchased? Is that the right word?
I think we normally call it acquired, but
They acquired you a year ago. So you guys have been around for, I mean, there was like 4 or 5 years before that, I mean, right? So I mean, so what's the difference between, I guess from a game design perspective first, like what's the difference between being acquired by someone and being wholly independent?
I think in our case it's meant actually more freedom to be in the situation we're in now, because before we've been hunting funding for our games, and we've been stopping productions because we ran out of money, and just spending a whole lot of time on not actually doing what we really wanted to do. So now we're in a situation where we can actually do what we love to do, which is games that are special.
So was there a time before Microsoft got involved where you pitched a game that you're trying to get funding for, and someone's like, no, and then you kind of changed it based on like this negative, we don't want to give money? Did that ever happen?
I don't think we have a really clear case for that. It's actually a sort of a funny characteristic about press play is that we really seek money for a lot of games, or funding for a lot of games, and we actually always got it.
Oh wow!
So
how did you do that? You must be very persuasive.
At one time, we were really proud about our track record of always
Okay.
getting grants and funds, but yeah.
No,
so not really, but
Okay.
that doesn't mean we didn't spend a lot of time on it. We spent a lot of time on seeking publishers and funds and stuff like that.
So when you, I mean, this game was started 18 months before Microsoft acquired you. But I mean, so if you, when you are going to make a new game, is there like a pitch process to Microsoft, or you just say like, so we're going to make something like this?
Of course we are. Of course we are somewhat pitching, but it's definitely not the same as it was. Of course, we are talking about what we're doing. It's important that we are working together and have like a common understanding of we're doing something that's reasonable. But but I think we have a pretty long leash in that.
That
situation.
sounds because you were saying that the only other developer who's kind of in the same situation is, I mean, Microsoft bought Twisted Pixel after Gunstringer came out, which was an incredible game. So like these are the two really small studios Microsoft owns. Do you guys work together at all or talk to each other about this?
We met them a few times. They're really nice people.
They're goofy.
And they're very goofy.
Yes.
And it's very clear that we share a lot of the same ideas and approaches to how we go about things. But we have not actually worked together as such.
Okay.
And I think we would if it really made sense, but for a studio like us, it's a lot about having hands-on and keeping the production like in-house and everybody getting their hands dirty on in our offices. Are we going to? Yeah, maybe we should go back to the game a bit.
Yeah.
So Mikkel has been playing the first 2 levels and showing or working with the earth pillar mechanic. Now we're jumping.
We're
jumping into the middle of the game.
The middle of the game,
which is a level called Father Oak, and in there Max has from this wasteland area has crossed into actually over a giant wall into a very lush forest, and in there he's gotten the power to draw tree branches.
Okay.
Tree branches are like more free than the earth pillar to draw. You can shape them as you want, and you can also cut them anywhere, so you have like a piece that you can move around. So it's all like intuitive understanding of what a branch can do. That's what a branch can do also in the game.
I have a dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
Branches are different from vines, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in this level, we're going to obtain the new power of drawing vines.
Okay.
And vines has the ability to be used as rope, of course, so Max can swing in them and so on. But vines also has like the characteristic here that it can attach to things. So it will attach to an earth pillar, it will attach to a tree branch, and then you will start to be able to like do things with things you combine. So the complexity is a lot higher when you get three power shaft here.
I just want to demonstrate the branch here.
You can show me. Yeah, I guess. So
I can shape it like I want to.
Yes, I mean, it shows that big circle, and that's kind of your ink, I guess.
That's how far I can go. You can see it shrinks. The further I draw, the smaller it gets. So it shows you it shows you the distance you can draw at any given time.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can see where I cut it. I will get the end piece of it, and the end piece I can drag around. So
you can also climb through the tree.
So if I do like this,
worth showing.
you can see. Whoops.
Oh.
And the branch will interact with the earth filler because I can actually lift it.
And the branch is flexible as well, so you can use it as a springboard if you would like to do that for some reason.
We are here.
Oh, in the game we're doing a lot to do. Everything in the game needs to feel unique, so we constantly change on the powers, on the settings, on the creatures you meet. It's like no two places in the game should feel the same, basically. So repetition is is not something that we see very light upon.
Actually, at one point in the game development, the game was twice as big as it is now, and we actually went through the whole game, and we said every puzzle that sort of feels like something you've tried before should either be retweaked or be removed.
Cut. Yeah. And we cut a whole lot.
That is awesome.
Uh,
There are many games I've played where I was like, the best parts of this game are great, but I wish it didn't have like the filler, basically.
And we're trying to give the player the idea of this is like a feeling of an adventure movie where you're really like excited on what's going to happen and like constantly amazed about the world, and that's very much what we're trying to achieve. Constantly surprise the player, and that's since we're a game, not only in the story or the settings, it's also with the gameplay. So very much on what you can do with the mechanics and how we use them and the pacing of the game. Everything is in constant development and change.
So what is happening now is my marker flew away to this sacred place where it will get its new power, and I don't have the marker right now, but you can see the new power you will get being demonstrated here.
Do the vines fall as soon as you jump off, or do they fall? Could they fall while you're still on them?
In this case, it's more to just make it feel.
The dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not really, and also not to mislead the player of thinking that he should go back or something like that.
Okay.
So.
Father Oak has gifted your weapon with new...
Again, you hear the old lady talking to Max once in a while, but it's not like a direct one-to-one connection. It is very much Obi-Wan kind of.
So one of the fundamental things about vines is that if I draw a vine straight down, it will just be hanging there. But if I draw it with an angle,
it'll just.
I mean, it will
It has
swing.
momentum. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something that's very fundamental to how you use them and what you can do with vines.
So they act like vines.
Yeah, basically.
Kind of.
Yep.
Though I don't know if vines are actually like that in real life.
No.
That doesn't seem like it.
And if you draw a vine up to another magic thing, it will connect. You will see this. In this case.
Ow. And you can just shimmy
and
up
then
it.
you can cut it. So now we're already starting to. You can do a lot of interesting things with these 3 power shafts now.
Connected.
And I think we will keep surprising players on what you can actually do. We've been surprised ourselves many times at least.
Nice.
And like the whole idea of being able to draw in the game as we're doing, and one of the reasons that we really wanted to keep this in our game is, I mean, is the idea that every time you pass through the game, or every player playing the game will have a very unique experience on feeling that nobody ever played the game quite like they did, and nobody quite did, because like every small bend and thing you do with the drawing is just different.
So are the puzzles flexible enough that you'd be able to solve them in different ways?
Yes, a lot of puzzles are,
Okay.
but sometimes different ways is just slight differences. Other times it's bigger differences. I mean, one of the things that's been very important is that we need the puzzling part to be, or the puzzles to be tight, and therefore we also need to be able to measure when are you doing something right, and when have you actually accomplished your puzzle and give the right payoff and so on.
But I mean, the variation in the game also comes from being both platforming that can be pretty fast forward, and not like puzzle focused. And then we have like puzzles where you have to sit and really think hard what you need to do.
Okay.
So it's a mix of both puzzling and platforming.
So I have a question from Oddboy. He just asked, any bosses? I'd like to see how boss battles function. Are there bosses?
There are.
Would you be able to
Several.
show one today?
We would be very reluctant to do so. I'm afraid.
Okay.
So what we just saw up here, I'm sorry for. We could get back to the boss question, but up here you saw time freeze. We have designed situations where we're throwing Max into certain death. In these situations, we will slow down time, and you have the chance to draw one thing. So it's like think fast, draw fast situation, and that thing needs to save Max's life basically. So.
And
So
it also works great for action moments.
Yeah, it's really great for the drama. You're like, yes, when you do that, and we use those in many different ways, actually. So here we can see some of what we're talking about when we say the powers interact with each other. Take the vine, you connect it to the earth pillar,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you can crawl an area like that.
I really like the way that the camera just is continually shifting slightly to emphasize or to give you.
It's something we worked a lot on in the game. That you can say it's part of us creating like a cinematic puzzle platformer. That we really want to give you like this experience of being in the world. We take full advantage of the 3D.
Also breaking down the fact that you are running on a straight path.
Yeah.
We're actually sort of like challenging that a lot.
So here's the beast again. You meet him throughout the game, and of course there will be a final showdown with him as well.
So
But
is there only one boss fight in this
No.
game, or
No.
we have
Okay,
a
there
several.
okay.
But this is just the evil tyrant Mustachio's right hand. So it's like his main henchman
Oh my god.
and the big guy, his pet we call him sometimes. And all the times you meet him, it's very different things. The gameplay around it is very different every time.
So now we have a situation where Max he is trapped and can't really get out of here. And what you see here is there's like this hammer. It's a trap Max has encountered early on in the game, and you can see there's like this thing
Trap.
that will trigger it.
Yeah.
And the problem is that I have these ink pools where I can draw branches from. I can't really get the branch over there. So I need a way to get a branch to trigger the trap. So, you have any ideas?
I was gonna say if you draw the lower one so it's like slanted almost,
Yeah.
you'd be able to. Is
Should I
that
try? What would you want me to draw up here?
a branch?
Yeah, branch. Okay.
I'm not sure which direction it should be.
Woohoo. Success.
Ah, jeez. Am I on the right path with the bottom branch?
Okay,
Yeah,
come
you
on,
are.
come on, Mickey.
But yeah, if I draw.
Oh, so it's like a circle.
Then it'll roll.
That's like caveman style. I should have known. I should have known that one. I'm happy that I got like a little bit of the
Boom.
puzzle.
A branch, maybe?
Well, I didn't know which angle it should be. And I would have gotten that wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, man.
All right.
Yeah, so
Just gonna
Oh.
take this evil out.
so this is something from the middle of the game. Now we want to skip a couple of levels ahead just to show some of the things we do to keep surprising and changing the gameplay.
Okay.
Where we're going now is Max. He gets through this forest and it sort of develops into this cave area and a darker forest part and into a water delta
Ooh.
place. And in this water delta scenery, he gets the power to draw water streams.
Okay.
So the powers are connected to the environment, of course.
Okay.
And in these levels, the river that he's traversing turns into this waterfall scenery,
Oh.
and Max has to travel down the waterfall, which makes room for a lot of more dramatic gameplay, and it's basically a very dangerous place to be, and a quite different level from, but so is all the levels.
There, you can enter the dungeons where most
from others.
prison Felix.
It's also fun to show how the scenery has changed, and we're not in the lush forest anymore. It's later on the day and it's darker. It's water, of course. And
Oh.
You see,
Look at this
another
one.
feature we have here is that the branches will float on water. So I can make my own little surfboard here.
Nice. And the camera zooms out. Yeah. I really do like the way the camera's doing all these little subtle
It's
shifts.
been like something we have been hand setting throughout the game. Now I need to
concentrate.
Oh my
I have
god.
like
Save
this
him.
slow motion moment.
Oh god.
That's better stay on that
That's
board.
pretty cool. Oh my god!
I just made it.
Oh my god. Okay, so can we admit that was lucky?
No, that's not lucky.
There's
No,
no way.
luck.
You were the very tip of that thing.
You just wanted the sip of water, I'm sure. So we do the game clip recorder, of course, on some of those dramatic places. And it's that place there is like, there's no two similar solutions to that.
No.
So, I mean, who is this? Thomas Crow asks, what engine is this? Is this a...
This is Unity.
Oh, this is Unity. Okay.
Yes, it is. So it's actually, I mean, it being Unity is pretty interesting compared to the whole, what's it called, IDE plan where Microsoft is...
I wanted to.
You're talking about the
Yeah.
ID at Xbox plan? Yeah. Okay. So what is that plan? I'm not even...
I don't actually know the exact details of it, but I know that there's something about all the developers getting free access to Unity. To the Unity Xbox One version, of course.
So did you have to do... I mean, did you have to do much to change Unity to make it work for Xbox One or make it...
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We spent a lot of we invested a lot in that, and we've been driving that forward right now. And this version of Unity we're working with here is sort of tailored to work with Macs. So
Because you've been working on the Xbox One version for, what was it, about 8 months?
actually since actually 8 months is probably right.
About 8 months.
Yeah.
Because this was 360 before. I mean, and most of that was just getting it running and then improving the graphics. So did you have to overhaul the whole engine in that time, basically?
We have had 2 separate tracks in our production. One focusing on platform and Unity, and another on enhancing the game.
Okay.
And luckily, I would say the enhancing the game team size has been bigger.
Oh, not
I was just staring at that, trying to figure out what you were supposed to do.
Yeah. I just want to show you this.
Oh, so what was that water stream above you? 'Cause there's like a...
Yeah, it was like water stream. It was the water power.
Oh my god. Max he has a tough life.
As long as Mikkel
So
is
now one
controlling
of
him,
these
he's doing well.
slow motion
God.
moment. And this is like the water stream.
These dramatic moments are pretty cool.
And here we have this is the entire waterfall we see.
Oh wow.
Or at least the top of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's something we worked hard on, actually being able to, you can say, like move the camera so far away from the game, because it gives you like a suspension of disbelief. It enhances that you actually believe that the whole world is not just like a really flat world, but it's actually fully 3D and it's a large world.
So Thomas Crow asks, is there game over? Is there a way to like, yeah, it didn't seem like the way it was structured was like that.
We've been treating the game very much like, so if you were watching a adventure movie, you sort of wanna, we drive the player by motivating through gameplay and story, of course, but we really want players to see all of our game and like not get stuck anywhere, but still have the right amount of challenge, so everybody like has the needed payoffs and the gratification you need as a player. And I would say it's one of the things that we work on the hardest. There's a lot of things we focused on, but it's been extremely important to get that feeling just right, where players feel that they are challenged, but still not stuck anywhere.
I want to show you this puzzle here. I have the vine. I need to move Max over here, and the problem here is that
It doesn't reach.
it doesn't reach, and I mean I can't really swing over there because
I think you found a bug, like you just can't
Hit
pass
the
this
rock.
part, right?
I can't.
Seems like it's over.
So, but it's just to show you an alternative way to use the vine.
It's the ending of the game.
It's the ending of the game. It's the game over.
Oh no!
Happening.
So I'm gonna do the plug where I plug. If you guys are enjoying this, we have twitch.tv/GameSpot these can subscribe to, and we do these all the time. So subscribe. So how do you pass this?
Yeah, basically you can see this rock coming out.
Oh,
from
because you
the
could loop
wall
around
here.
the rock.
Yeah.
It's so much easier when you explain it.
So you can see here. Now I can't
That's
reach
not
it.
good enough.
That's not good enough. Again, I have to also take advantage of the physics and do like this.
Ah.
And then I need to time it.
That's pretty
just like
cool.
this. Then we have another puzzle here, and here Max needs to get down here, and it's all a matter of setting up the whole path for him, and have these water streams. So you can get over there.
So you prepare and then you execute.
Yeah.
And this.
And then you
in this case.
hope everything will go right.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think it looks good.
This looks good. Okay. Then there's only one way to find out. It's like Geronimo.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Nice. So when you do, if you were to miss and fall in the pit, like it's basically an instant respawn, just right where you
Yeah.
died, right? Yeah.
We're trying to do that everywhere we can. There's some places where it's technically not possible to respawn. So, but we're doing it as much as we can. It's like you don't want to solve a puzzle twice that you already figured out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe you do, but
No, that's always one of my pet peeves.
but that's not been our.
Okay, but Tom, I'm going to show you this puzzle here. The problem here is you have Max standing over here. You want to go down the waterfall, of course, and you have a vine that's this long, and Max is never going to be able to get to that.
So you can attach it and
Then
then
you have the
cut
branch,
it, right?
yeah.
Can you?
Ooh.
Oh no, you can't. Okay, that's
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, you were saying attach and then cut.
yeah.
So like
I
this?
guess does that actually work with the tree branch?
And then cut here?
Since I haven't seen that before. Does that work? Are you doing it again now?
Thank
Oh
you.
my god. I didn't I don't think we've seen that kind of dynamic yet, have we?
No,
Ooh.
I just need to get it to land there.
The timing it's pretty tough on this one. Ah, you
That's
got
good.
it.
There we go.
Nice.
We do a lot of stuff behind the scene, you can say, to actually make the physics work, and it's easier than it actually looks.
Oh yeah.
But it feels really good.
But it feels really good when you do
to
it,
stuff like
yeah.
that. So that's for sure the most important thing.
I need to time this as well. Whoa!
I'm sorry about the question with the boss fight. It's,
Oh, no.
it's we don't want to spoil the game for everyone, and that's pretty much the reason why we don't want to show one of the boss fights here.
Totally understandable. It's nice to know that there are multiple boss fights.
Okay, so here we have another problem. I need to make this tip this lock here, and I have a water stream here. I can't really push it. I have another one here. Can't push it either. And then I have the branch here. So any ideas what I could probably do?
I mean, if you get the branch into the water, can you
It's a good idea.
knock it over with that?
Can't really make it happen like that.
Do you know? I would try and get Max up there in the
Okay,
top.
okay, let's
you
try
do
that.
Wow.
Then I'll do what Tom was saying.
Then you can
Okay.
do that.
And then we'll try this. Then I'm gonna draw branch and push it into the water, like you suggested.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this stuff. So I wanted to ask you about pricing. So this game is going to be
$20.
$20 for Xbox One. It seemed like the price point for PlayStation 3 and Xbox Live Arcade games kind of settle around 15 for the most of the time. Do you think that that's going to shift to 20 as the next generation comes, or
I have no clue, to be honest. It's
Okay.
we have we've just been focused on making the game.
yeah.
I would say
Because I mean,
it
Magic
looks like
Marker
it right
was-
now.
Magic Marker was probably at $15, right? If you can
Magic
remember.
Marker is like out on so many different platforms.
Yeah, I
and,
guess it is. It's
so
like-
it's
yeah.
like $1 if you go on iOS.
iOS, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can see some of the core ideas in the old game, but I don't think we should compare them really.
Oh,
because
yeah,
they're so
no.
different.
Yeah, when I saw that price, because I know that like when I reviewed Braid in 2009, people were like, $15, that's a ripoff, and like eventually people realized like,
You can get a lot of it.
no, it's not. It's actually not a ripoff. I've played more hours of Spelunky than anything, and that game is $15. But it's like, I wonder if there's going to be a pushback against that, like there was initially. If it does start to be $20, it becomes more normal or typical.
I really don't know.
This game will take you around 6 to 8 hours to complete.
Oh no!
And then a lot more if you want to go and collect all the evil eyes and super secrets we have.
I never like doing the math for like value per hour type thing.
But I'm just
yeah. I mean, it's
there's a lot of gameplay in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, our focus has more been making sure that the flow and the game feels right.
Yeah.
And it ended up being about 6 hours to play through, so that was fine with us. But it is definitely a game where the main experience is the first time you play the game. That's sort of a part of trying to do the whole adventure movie feel. Is just if you want to tell a story like that, it's most interesting the first time. So is the puzzles, of course.
Yeah.
But we are doing things to make sure that there's something to come back for, like the super secrets. There's a lot of interesting puzzles built into finding those. The super secrets are actually the old lady's broken amulet that you pick up pieces from, and you.
Oh, so you're not talking about the evil eyes?
Not the evil eyes.
Okay.
The evil eyes are more on the beaten path and easier to find.
Okay.
Some are, but yeah.
Easier to find than the super secrets.
Definitely.
Now we're getting inside the waterfall. And here you will see one of Mustachio's henchmen, which is not the beast. These you meet a lot of. They are hunting Max in several.
And this is a good example of Max he can't really get by this guy. If he gets close to him, he will just get killed. So he needs to find a way, or Max, or you need to find a way to get rid of him. Any ideas?
So you have a vine and you have a branch.
I have a vine here.
So if you extend a branch,
okay, I'll try to.
Will he walk on it, and then you can cut it?
La-di-da.
And now, how do you do a funeral to that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll let you answer this one. Thomas Crow asks, Xbox One exclusive forever?
It's gonna be on 360 as well, but since we are Microsoft, it is not going to PS4. I would say.
Yes.
I would say other Microsoft platforms than 360 and Xbox One could be possible, but it's not something we've made any plans for.
So I didn't even think about this until you just said that. So as a Microsoft-owned studio, if you were to make a mobile game, would it have to be Windows Phone?
We have actually published Tentacles Into the Dolphin on iOS, but mostly we would go for Windows Phone.
So there was
but it's not impossible.
Okay, so you do have that flexibility if you wanted to make something because
we do, and
because there's like a brief period after Rare was purchased when Rare was making DS games, since there was no competitor. Microsoft didn't have a competitor, and they made like I don't know, Diddy Kong Racing DS or something like that, Viva Pinata DS. So I was just wondering, I mean...
I'm sorry, I started speaking Danish there. It's just, I think we should play a little of this level as well. This level we have never shown off before at all, and I'm sorry for interrupting you as well.
No, that's fine.
But taking rash decisions like that, we...
Okay.
So we're entering what we call the lava caves, and this is where you're gonna get the last power.
It's basically caves that is underneath the mountain where the evil Mustachio
dungeon
is in his dungeon. It's
dungeon and castle. And
Felix. So you're getting really close now to your little brother.
It's like the back entrance.
Oh God!
We're taking the back door to the,
to the
dungeon.
So now you just demonstrated what happens when you die.
Yeah.
We're trying to. We're not like doing total trial and error. Like you have to die to play the game. We're trying to do as much where you can actually figure it out by looking at what's going on and being cautious. But there's situations where, like a situation like this, you probably need to read the way things fall apart a couple of times.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't make it.
Oh god, this is
Come on,
tough.
Yeah, I know.
So I was gonna ask, I mean, because Microsoft doesn't have a direct competitor in the handheld space, do you think you would still have the ability to make something for the 3DS or Vita? Or is Microsoft kind of done with that idea?
I'm having a hard time talking about general Microsoft policies because I actually don't know, and just
Okay, I was just curious.
people will just get the wrong assumption if I start
Yeah.
saying what I think, but but I doubt it, to be honest. We have not at any point discussed Vita or the DS.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's very important to say about the whole control scheme thing that we like when we started the production and even the pre-production on the Curse of Brotherhood. We were very focused on making sure that the way we wanted drawing mechanics was something that would fit a controller.
Oh yeah.
Because like we want to have this retro feeling in the game where it's like totally simple to access it, and that just needs a controller to for a game like that, basically.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense.
This is actually one of the puzzles we're seeing
It's really hard.
players have a hard time figuring out.
You need to get down here,
Yes, it seems like you have to.
and you have the
attach-
vine here, and can't really. You have the branch here, and you would really like the vine to attach to it,
Yes.
but it can't really reach.
So,
So
I mean, I don't
what
know how
should I
far you
do?
can push it off.
I'm trying to do that.
Oh god. Can you make it so it hooks on like that?
I'll try.
I think you can, Mikkel.
I think
I hope so.
so.
Oh my god. Ah, so it does work.
And again, also the looks.
Oh
in the
god.
game.
Oh god.
So this is
This is
gonna be.
Grab onto the end of it. Don't let it fall.
Do it on fate. Ah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Ah.
That's pretty amazing though.
Okay, I'm gonna do it now.
So is what Roland on Shabos says the lighting and art is beautiful in this level,
Oh,
Thank you.
which I would agree with.
This is like, it looks like a sunrise, this kind of or
Oh my
sunset sort of this part, but
Oh, this is
do a lot of things to like basically
You
everything
did.
needs to change all the time. It's one of the rules. Without confusing the player, of course. That's a new creature we have here.
This is we call it a lava creature, and basically I have the water ink pool here, and if I put water on it,
Oh,
it will petrify.
then you can shoot yourself right up.
But it's timed, so it will wake up again.
Yeah.
Again, taking the camera.
Yeah. It feels like the camera is just kind of showing off. Like, look at how good this level looks. Yeah.
A lot of the process with the camera work in the game was that when we did the level design of the game, we were setting up the cameras, and then afterwards the graphic artist had been in and both tweaking on the camera, but also specifically designing the graphics to fit into the camera views.
Okay.
So you have
So
this is the lava creature
Now you
here.
need to focus.
I need to focus now. I need to
Yeah,
land on it. And I just want to show you that if I'm not fast enough, it will actually
Wake up.
wake up, turn into lava again. So I can only be standing on it for a short period of time. And I need to get out because otherwise I cannot land on it. So
Actually,
I'll
this
do it
level is
now.
Oh my god.
This
Okay.
level is gonna end with a boss
You got
fight.
it. You got it.
So we're not gonna play it all the way to the end.
Okay.
Maybe we should just show when he comes, the boss in the background, if we have time for that.
This
But,
is as a tease.
just teasing it. I think that we could do that.
Here we're actually teaching the player another mechanic with the lava creatures, which is that you can see I have like an earth pillar here. I want to get up here,
So you have to put the
so I can't. So what I can do though is I can go down here. Oh my
Oh god.
Goodbye, Max.
Our producer Dan is laughing at that one.
Okay, so I'll go down and try to see if I actually don't think I have time for this.
I think you're being pretty optimistic, but
Oh God, I have a really technical question.
yeah, come on. Bring it on.
It's rolling Shabos again. Might be too technical, but how did you guys do the water jet mechanics in Unity? So
It's
let's
something with a lot of sphere colliders. Sphere colliders, it's called.
Sphere colliders.
Sphere colliders. Something with a lot of sphere colliders and forces being added. I can say that. Yeah,
Yep.
I do. I might be the game director, but I have also been doing some of the programming.
Oh, okay.
Like everybody on the team has many hats
He
on.
says makes sense. So
Okay.
for people who know Unity, that
It
was
triggers the sphere colliders, I can say.
okay.
I don't know if we're running out of battery on the controller.
It certainly seems so.
Seems like it. Look at the thing we're not gonna be playing that much longer at least.
No.
But,
But see here, I can draw the water, but the lava
oh God.
geysers will actually just destroy it. So I need to be worried about it.
Oh my God. This music's pretty nice too.
Yeah, we love it. It's actually a guy who has a band from our office called ANOTHERLAND. It's like it's a pretty popular band, and no, not popular, but it's wide known in Europe.
Okay.
And they've been composing and yeah, making all the
So this
music
is
for the game.
So he doesn't work with you.
He works for us as a designer as well.
Oh, so he's a designer and a musician.
Yes.
That's an impressive, diverse skill set that he has, that he can do those
And
two
he does
things.
he does some programming as well. So
Oh my
it's-
God, what the
he's-
heck?
He's another good example of.
This is what
We're
happens
all
when you're a
doing a lot
smaller
of stuff.
studio. You have to,
And
you
it's
have to do.
fun. I think people like doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, it's got to be
And-
pretty fun to go to work when you get to do so many different things.
And you also make sure that a lot of people have insight on how things are and what's going on. So if everybody has a little bit of hands-on in different areas, then
So shouldn't you draw the thing first?
Mm.
Just totally corrected you.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, completely
sorry.
right.
See, but this is one of the things we also love is when people start discussing what to do and so on, like discussing
neat.
the puzzles and
Yeah.
working
It's
together.
It's
on
very
it.
simple, but I need to do the timing right here. I need to.
And we see that a lot when you pass the game to somebody
Oh my
who's
God!
playing it.
Oh my God!
Will we just see the lava boss and then
You want me to play all the way? I mean,
I just want to see his face.
there's a long way to the labor boss yet. But okay, yeah,
Oh my God!
running on lava.
I don't know. Can you? Oh, I didn't know if you'd make that last one.
Mikkel tried it before.
Once or twice.
Whenever I die, it's on purpose.
So I guess is it telling you that rock can break? What is the?
It's telling you that something can break that thing there.
Okay.
You can see I have this
Block.
rock here. So, any ideas?
So you can draw a pillar. How high does the pillar go? So I mean, you should be able to just push that onto the ground and then raise the pillar and then attach it and then swing it.
Should we try?
If you knock down the pillar, then after that,
I'm just gonna take the evil eye here.
of course.
Are you
No,
gonna help
I didn't
yourself?
even see
I
that
can't
one.
help myself, no. Okay.
And then destroy the pillar. Did you have to get up there also? Oh, good, you can. I was like, did I have to figure out a way to make it so you could get across?
Now this is one of the buzzers we're gonna introduce here.
Oh my God.
We're gonna stop now.
We're gonna stop
Is this where you want to
Just-
stop?
just
Oh,
when you get up to
God.
that platform and stuff there. Then
Okay, so we'll
you're gonna fight this guy
with a marker.
With the mark.
and your platforming abilities.
Okay.
But
We'll
now
stop.
we already showed more than we planned to.
We
so-
can stop. We don't have to show anymore. Though Odd Boy's point, it's like you're just teasing him now because he was the one who asked. But that's
Yeah.
That's
that-
all we could give.
no, I appreciate that much. That was really cool seeing that. This is the first time I got to actually see this game after reading about it. So, when does it come out?
A matter of weeks, soon.
Matter of weeks.
We actually do not know yet. But,
Okay.
But we know it's very soon.
And it's called Max and the Curse of the not Max and Max, dramatic pause, Curse of the Brotherhood.
Yes.
It's going to cost $19.99 on Xbox One. It'll come out for 360 eventually.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. It has good music. And looks really fun.
It is very fun.
Well, thank you very much for stopping by. I know it
welcome.
seemed like everybody in the chat really liked it. and I
Thanks a
know
lot
I
for
did.
having us.
Yeah.